friends, hello professionals, and welcome back to my channel, The Sea of Regulation. Simone here, and I'm back with another video that's touching a bit on customer due diligence, but it also crosses over into the fintech space, actually cryptocurrency exchanges, and why they have some AML challenges coming up if they're not prepared and they're not ready. But before I jump in, let me get my usual disclaimers out of the way. I'm a financial services regulator, but I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a financial advisor. So the views on this channel do not represent legal or professional advice. They also do not represent any regulatory authority or international standard setting body. And now with that out of the way, let's dive in. So, AML CFT requirements. Who's tired of hearing of them? But they're important. They have a purpose. It's actually to maintain financial stability, to prevent bad actors from profiting from financial crime and terrorist activities, and a number of other things. So it's a requirement that's well known in the financial institutions, and it's a requirement that's not as well known with designated non-financial businesses and persons. But in the crypto community, it is one of the areas that has gained a lot of recognition in terms of applying AML CFT measures to certain parts of businesses. Now, let me first say that I am a regulator that gets it. I know that minors are not supposed to be carrying out AML CFT. I have that one up front. But it's important to know that cryptocurrency exchanges are a platform that allow for the movement of vast sums of value, especially now with the market pumping. So one of the things that has been done over the last 18 months, FATF has been working on a number of revisions to existing recommendation 16, and they've come up with something called the travel rule. The travel rule basically adopts some of the existing requirements for cross-border payments and domestic transfers for the cryptocurrency space. That is your cryptocurrency exchanges. And in some other cases, certain other arrangements. But there's a lot of work that's still going on in the space, and they're expected to be finished any day now. But in the interim, a lot of virtual asset service providers, that's what they're called under recommendation 16, are going to be required or are already required in some countries to implement the travel rule. Now, what does this mean to you? If I'm sending some crypto, and yes, I do hold crypto, check out my video to find out what crypto I hold in the description below. If I'm sending crypto to a friend in another jurisdiction, it's important for that exchange to know who I am and who's receiving it. Now, there are a lot of discussions in relation to what exchanges should be doing in this space and what they should not be doing. But one of the things that I find to be quite good is that a lot of the players in the cryptocurrency space are recognizing that they do need to embrace AML CFT provisions to make sure that they are running a legit business and they can actually continue the disruption that they're doing with traditional financial services. I don't have a problem with disruption if it's positive and if it's not embracing criminals, right? I don't have a problem with that. But there have been some in the crypto community in the past that have been doing things on the surface and not necessarily doing things for real as it relates to AML CFT. Now, if you can figure out who I might be talking about, they were in the news. They tend to be in the news a lot. They tend to not be really doing well with regulators. But if you can figure out who I'm speaking about, drop it in the comments below. Or that video about what crypto I hold, watch to the end and you might get a hint as to where I might be going with that. In the crypto space, there have been a lot of solutions that have been developed to address the travel rule. And one of them that I'm familiar with has been created by a company called CipherTrace. Full disclosure, I'm not endorsed by CipherTrace, but the TRISA platform allows for cryptocurrency service providers, so virtual asset service providers, as they're known under recommendation 16, to enable them to comply with the requirements. Now, I'll drop that in the comment below in terms of a link to TRISA, but there are others that are in the space. And if you know of some of the others, definitely drop in the comments below. But what I find encouraging is that There is a push for making sure that crypto is a clean space, that they are no bad actors, or at least bad actors. Their monies well, their crypto are held. There's the law enforcement side. They're having some real successes in terms of some of the bad actors that use ransomware. And we have ongoing hacks. You have white hat hackers, and then you have the others. I'm not talking about the white hat hackers. It is a developing space, but one of the things that I would want to end off this video by saying is that regulators are not going away. However, I also want to say not all regulators are out to stop innovation. I'm actually one of them that embraces innovation, and I'm looking forward to the future that you bring. Do you think I want to spend $60 for a wire transfer that takes forever to get from one country to another? Yes, that has happened to me as a regulator, and I'm sure it happens to other people. But there's so many solutions that can be brought through virtual asset service providers, digital assets. NFTs are coming into play. We're about to be tokenizing everything. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Definitely hit the notification bell for my future videos. Subscribe if you haven't, and if you haven't, why haven't you subscribed? And definitely give me a thumbs up because it helps the YouTube algorithm. And I will end it here, and I'll definitely see you in the next video.